سلامة فينا نعمل انميوت. اعطيني الكاميرا من مشكلة حتى هي. خلص هيك. سلام.
Yes, hello everyone. In the second International Conference of Advanced Invitation in Smart Cities. Um, is it Fahad available here? Um, Muhammad Al-Juhani. Is Muhammad here available for the second paper? Okay, guys, we're gonna give you 5 minutes more until somebody show up. Dr. Dorjoy, are you ready to start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can start now, please. Can you share your screen, please?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, we can see your screen. You can start now, please.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my presentation session. This session about energy recovery and power management in electric vehicle using supercapacitor and regenerative braking. My name is Durjoy Dipto, representing our team. Let's begin with the background of studies. Electric vehicles became very popular due to their environmental benefits. However, our major challenges of electric vehicle is energy efficiency and battery life. When a vehicle shows slow down using conventional braking, energy is lost as heat. Regenerative braking solves this problem by converting this lost energy into electrical energy. The recovered energy is stored in the vehicle's battery or supercapacitor. This technology reduces energy waste and improves overall efficiency. Our study focus on understanding this system and finding way to improve it. Research objective. The main objective of this research are to analyze how regenerative brake work in electric vehicles, to study energy storage method using batteries and supercapacitor, to design an advanced braking system that improves energy recovery, to develop a control strategy that optimizes braking performance, to compare this system with existing method and highlight improvements. Regenerative braking is widely studied in electrical vehicle research. Many studies shows that this system improves energy efficiency and reduces back wear. Different research focus on battery-based regenerative braking while others explore supercapacitor-based system. Some studies suggest that supercapacitor improve braking response time and energy storage efficiency. However, there is still a gap to optimize energy distribution between batteries and supercapacitors. Our research addresses this gap by processing a hybrid energy storage system with advanced control strategies. Many studies on regenerative brakes, several challenges remain. Energy storage efficiency. Batteries cannot store and release energy quickly. Supercapacitor limitation. They store energy well but cannot hold it for long. Lack of control optimization. Managing braking force and energy distribution is complex. Our contribution include develop a hybrid braking system that use both batteries and supercapacitor efficiently, designing a advanced control strategy to optimize energy recovery, enhancing braking performance while ensuring vehicle stability. These improvements helps make regenerative braking more reliable and effective. Concepts of system modeling. Regenerative braking work by converting kinetic energy into electrical energy. When a driver applies the brakes, the electric motor reverses its function and act as a generator. This generator converts the motion of the vehicle into electrical energy. The recovered energy is stored in batteries or supercapacitors for later uses. This research developed a model that optimizes braking force distribution between the motor and conventional brakes. Regenerative braking and energy storage. There are two main ways to store energy from regenerative brake: lithium-ion batteries and supercapacitor. Lithium-ion batteries store energy for long time but have slower charge rate. Supercapacitor store energy quickly and release it when it needed. A hybrid system combining both can maximize efficiency. Supercapacitor handle high energy braking is braking, reducing battery stress. In this slide, we present the key equation used to regenerative braking analysis. The total motor torque equation helps in calculating the motor contribution to brake. The braking force distribution equation ensure optimal braking efficiency and vehicle stability. The BLDC motor dynamic model equation explain how motor current interact with braking forces. This equation help in improving energy recovery, stability, and braking performance in electric vehicle. Now, braking force and motor control. Braking force is distributed between friction brakes and regenerative braking. VLDC brushless DC motor helps recover energy by acting as a generator. An intelligent control system ensures smooth braking without sudden jerks. And proper motor control increases energy efficiency and vehicle stability. Pro- uh, Our study proposed a hybrid braking system for electric vehicles. This system integrates VLDC motor, batteries, and supercapacitors for battery energy management. A smart controller distributes braking force efficiently between friction and regenerative braking. The model ensures quickly energy storage during sudden braking by balancing energy between batteries and supercapacitor, we reduce stress on each component. This hybrid system result in improved braking efficiency, extended battery life, and better driving performance. This slide explains the regenerative braking process and how braking force is distributed. The system first calculates the braking force and then determines the available regenerative braking torque. If the regenerative torque is sufficient, the motor speed is regulated to optimize braking. If not, mechanical brakes energy engines to ensure vehicle safety. Excess recovered Excess recovered energy is stored in the battery or supercapacitor for future uses and improving efficiency. A smart braking control system is required to smooth and efficient braking. This control system decides how much energy is stored and where it should go. It prevents overcharging for the battery and maximize energy recovery. Sensors help detect braking intensity and adjust energy distribution. This ensures stable braking without sudden stops. A advanced control algorithm helps balance braking force and optimize energy uses. When regenerative braking is applied, the VLDC motor generates electromagnetic torque to slow down vehicles. This torque is converted into electrical energy and is stored in the battery or supercapacitor. Our study analyzes how torque behaves during different braking conditions. This stator current in a VLDC motor charged during regenerative braking. This current determines how much energy is generated and stored. Our study observed current variations under different braking intensity. Our study analyzed how speed change charge under different braking intensities. A dynamic speed profile helps in maintaining comfortable braking experience. If speed reduction is too fast, it can cause instability and discomfort for passenger. The state of charge SOC represents how much energy the battery holds at a given time. Regenerative braking charge the battery increases SOC, and if SOC rises too quickly, it can overload the battery, leading and reduces lifespan. The current response during braking impact energy flow and system performance. Fluctuation can damages the battery and motor. Our study analyzed current behavior under different braking intensities, ensuring smooth energy transfer, preventing overheating, and enhancing system stability for efficient energy recovery and safer operation. Regenerative braking causes voltage fluctuations impacting battery and supercapacitor safety. High voltage can cause damages while low voltage reduce energy recovery efficiently. Our study ensures stable voltage control, preventing optimized energy storage, enhancing battery health and extended lifespan, and improving overall energy efficiency. The injected output voltage varies over time in fluctuation system performance, and our analysis shows stepwise voltage changes. We compare our study with existing regenerative braking models. Our hybrid system improves energy recovery and braking efficiency. Using supercapacitor and batteries together results in better performance. Previous system mainly on battery which limited in energy storage speed. Our system reduced battery state and extended its lifespan. Overall, our model is more effective and sustainable for future electric vehicles. Challenges. There are still some challenges in regenerative braking. Supercapacitors are need further researches, and control system need to optimize for better energy management, and battery lifespan improvements are still needed. Future research will focus on improving cost effectiveness and performance, developing better material for batteries and supercapacitor in also key area. In conclusion, regenerative braking saves energy, improves efficiency, and reduces brake wear. Using a hybrid system with batteries and supercapacitor enhance performance. Our proposed system ensures better energy recovery and smoother braking. This technology will help the make electric vehicle more sustainable and cost effective. Here is our references. Thank you for and I am happy to questions.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Dorjoy, for your presentation. Let's see. Anyone have a question for him? Okay. Okay, so let's see who the next.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so right now we're gonna go with the Fahad. Yes, Fahad. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Fahad Irshad, and I'm going to be presenting the paper on TAFI. which is enhancing addiction recovery through digital health solutions. Just before we start, I'd like to introduce myself a little bit. I am a graduate of Jeddah International College, where I studied in the major of software engineering. So let's get right into it. The problem statement. So the main issue that the world is facing right now, which is a big one, is addiction. Right. So before we start, let's see what addiction is. Addiction is a neurological disease where someone cannot stop themselves from doing something harmful, no matter the consequences. So the issue with addiction is it's not just harmful to you, it's harmful to everybody else around you as well, because they're losing somebody that they love. On top of that, you can be addicted to multiple different things. It can be anywhere, to your phone, to drugs, smoking, it does not really matter. Addiction is just a neurological disease. And there are ways to fight it, but most of them require you either going to a rehab center. But why are people afraid of going to a rehab center, right? Because they have a fear of judgment, anxiety about social rejection for people who are seeking help, right? So there's a lot of stigma that goes into it. Stigma would be fear of people judging you, basically. And then we have widespread impact. This issue affects anybody of any background, any status. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO of a company. It doesn't matter if you are a 9-to-5 worker. Addiction can hit anybody at any time. And there's a lot of barriers to access, especially here in Saudi Arabia. There's not that many places where you can go, or there's not that many support systems for you to actually get better or actually help you get on the right path. So me and my colleagues, we visited a rehab center here in Saudi Arabia. It was the Al Amal Hospital, where we had a survey with the staff and a few patients as well. And we talked to them about how everything's going and what would really be helpful to them. So one of the main questions in the survey, these were some of the main questions in the survey, which were, did you know that there is a special application that provides assistance for the treatment of addiction in Saudi Arabia? 76.5% of them said no, 23.5% said yes. And now if we move on to the next question, which is, do you think that an app will help addicts take the first steps towards treatment? We gave them 4 options. They only chose 2, which were yes, the application will contribute to encouraging patients to request help and visit the center, 52.9%, whereas 47.1% said that yes, it would help, but in a limited way. So the feedback that we got from this survey was that, okay, that either way, we are going to be making an impact with this application. So the solution that we came up with was Ta'afi. What is Ta'afi? Ta'afi is a dedicated application designed to support individuals struggling with addiction. Right? It is designed to help users on taking their first steps towards recovery, connect users with healthcare professionals for expert guidance and support. It's a locally developed application here in Saudi Arabia. Now, the purpose of Ta'afi is to help people. So the whole point of Ta'afi is to help people, right? We want to get rid of that stigma. We want to help people actually face their addiction. So that's what we're trying to address through this application. We're addressing the gaps in addiction support. Like I said before, that there's not that many places for support you can go to for something like this. So we're trying to bridge that. We're also filling a gap in services. Here in many places around the world, this is just not possible for anybody to just go and get help for this, right? We're trying to break down stigma, like I said before, and we're trying to raise awareness that this is an actual neurological issue that is taking over the world slowly. The features of Ta'afi are, we give you the option for flexible identity. So what that means is you can remain completely anonymous when you are talking to a doctor, or semi-anonymous, or not anonymous at all. We achieve this through the multiple communication ways that we provide, which are, we have video calls, we have voice calls, and we have text chats. So how it would work is you would book an appointment based on your type of anonymity, and then we would have a doctor reach out to you during that appointment time, and where you can communicate and you can make sure, and he can guide you through, right? We have personalized plans. So after every appointment, the doctor can write a plan for you. It's a weekly plan where he can tell you, okay, these are the things that you're supposed to do. These are the things that you should stay away from, or this environment is not good for you, or anyhow, whatever he seems fit. We also offer group support. So we have a feature where the community can get together and support each other. So there's no professionals involved in this. It's just the community helping each other out through their own personal experiences. The interface for Tafi would be looking something like this. So if you can see the first screen, that would be your home page where you are given the options for what kind of appointment you would like to book. Below that would be all your upcoming appointments for the week. Below that, we have just some tips for anybody who's going through it. If they want to, even if they don't book an appointment through the application, there's still some tips from healthcare professionals that would allow you to at least have a standing chance, right? And then in the second screen, as you can see, this is how it would be. This is how it would be when you're trying to book an appointment. So you can choose the doctor based on your kind of addiction that you're facing. We have multiple different supports. Then you would be choosing the date and time. And once it's booked, it'll be coming in your appointments as the third screen, where you can, at the time of your appointment, you will be able to join the video call, voice call, or the chat room. Again, I would just like to emphasize on the point that this is to take your first steps towards recovery. This is not going to heal you. This is not going to do anything. This is just to point you in the right direction of getting help. So in conclusion, our journey focused on addressing addiction through the development of this application. We identified addiction as a critical issue, and we designed a structured solution based on thorough research of rehab centers, existing applications, and user needs. So the surveys that we did, and we also looked into a couple of more applications, and what we came up with was this idea. Tafi was developed with a user-friendly interface, clear functionality, and strong data flow, along with privacy in mind. After the implementation, rigorous testing ensured its usability, security, and effectiveness. Through an iterative process, Tafi has evolved into a comprehensive platform providing meaningful support for addiction recovery. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Fahad, for your presentation. Anyone have a question for him? Any question? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Fahad. Thank you so much.
So we will move now to the fourth paper as authors for paper 2 are not yet here. So the author of the first paper is Dr. Mai Ashwal from GIC. And the title of the paper is Generative AI in Computer Science Education, Insights from Topic Modeling and Text Network Analysis. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Sure. أسوي عادي. It's fine. طيب. Is it clear, people who's attending on Zoom? Do you see the screen, the presentation? No. Okay. Okay, I hope now you can see it, the presentation. Yes, okay, perfect. طيب. The paper is, the title of the paper is Generative AI in Computer Science Education, Insight from Topic Modeling and Text Network Analysis. So nowadays, generative AI is reshaping the educational landscape. The recent UNESCO guidance on generative AI in education and research highlights the potential for these advancement to significantly reshape the traditional educational system and their foundation. Generative AI encompass models that are capable of creating text, videos, images, even computer codes, and other form of content. This content is created based on the data that we train these models on. When applied in educational context, these technology introduce both opportunities and challenges. These challenges sometimes will promote the need of making effort to regulate and address the emerging issues that coming from these tools. Mostly there is this parity in access to research-based knowledge when it comes to advance in technology and tools that are used, and that encourage or promote the need to raise critical questions about the future of the use of these tools in education and other sectors. The aim of this study was to explore the role of artificial intelligence in education by synthesizing existing research through topic modeling, with a focus on understanding the broader research landscape surrounding multimodal approach and how to integrate generative AI in educational context. So this study investigates research trend using text network analysis and topic modeling. In the study looked at 151 studies that were published from the year 2023 to 2024 in various databases like IEEE Explorer, Scopus, and Web of Science. So the data collection of these articles were based on doing search using terms like computer science education, generative AI, artificial intelligence tools, integration of technology. Using these terms, produced about 419 articles. These articles were filtered based on if there is duplication and for the article that was introduced, for example, in IEEE Explore and Web of Science, then the duplication was removed. Also, only articles that have the complete abstract posted on the website was included in the study. So the total study that was looked into and did the analysis on was 151 studies. I used the three analyses to get the result. The first one, text network analysis, which identified the frequently occurred or used keywords, and then ego network analysis, which explored the relationship between these keywords, and the last one was topic modeling. In topic modeling, we used LDA for thematic classification. Here are the key findings from the different analyses. So these are the top 16 words that were identified in the abstracts for the 151 papers, you can see that AI was the most frequent, followed by student, followed by education, learning, and performance. Other that was not that highly highlighted is like ethical, which is we can draw some conclusion from that later on. Ego network analysis, it depends on using keywords to produce a collocate graph, meaning it visualizes a network of high frequency terms that appears in close proximity to each other. We see here that, for example, the word AI, it's highly, there's a highly proximity between education, literacy, understanding, and so on and so forth. For the topic modeling analysis, four major research topics have raised from the number of studies that were included in the analysis. So the first topic was educational chatbot, which has 35% of the included study talked about using educational chatbot in curriculum. The second topic was talking about AI literacy with 25%. The third topic was exam performance with 21%. And the last one is integration of technology with 17%. These are the breakdown of the research topics. So in educational chatbot was talking about the AI-driven tool for student engagement and how to use these tools to engage students with the curricula. And the topic related to AI literacy, there was a multitude of discussion about the need for educators and students to develop AI skills and how there was disparity between skills that we can find it in the educator, within the educator group and the student group. When it comes to exam performance, there was a huge discussion about the role of AI in the assessment and feedback when it comes to exam. The last topic was talking about technology integration, and in this instance was talking about how to integrate or what are the models or the framework that we are using to integrate AI-driven tools into curricula. However, this topic has limited research included or talked about it. So what is the point from finding this research topic is it will help us to highlight or identify the challenges in relation to using AI tools in educational context. So, for example, these are some of the challenges that were identified. AI literacy gaps. There is a huge gap between the use of AI between a teacher or educators and the student. And we need to have better guidance or guidelines on how to use AI or how to incorporate or integrate AI into education. There is limited interdisciplinary application, meaning that most tools that are integrated into curriculum use only for a single purpose, meaning only text or only video or image creation and so on. One huge challenge that was identified with in relation to AI-driven education is privacy risk. When we talk about AI, cybersecurity come to mind, data security come to mind, privacy issues come to mind. So all of these can pose a challenge when it comes to integration of AI tools into education. Lastly, the lack of standardized policies that will frame the use or govern the use of AI into education. We need to work, it should be there a collaboration between policymakers, educators, researchers, and how to establish a framework to use AI in the educational sector. From these challenges, we can synthesize what future research can be implemented or can be conducted in this topic. So first come to mind ethical AI frameworks, which can address the bias and privacy concerns. The second, multimodal AI integration. We need to look into models that can expand beyond text-based model, using other models that will help to advance the educational context. Lastly, long-term learning outcome and how we can assess the impact of using AI on education. How can we assess the impact of student using AI in doing their homework or assignments or project, and how can we put a framework or ethical concerns, how can we teach them, and what are the long-term impact on these factors on their learning outcomes. So in conclusion, generative AI is transforming the education landscape. However, there are challenges that we will face from these tools. We can see that the research on educational chatbot is dominant in the research, while the ethical concerns are left unexplored, underexplored. As I mentioned before, there is a need to collaborate among the educators, policymakers, and researchers to establish an ethical AI framework that will help us in guiding the process of integrating AI tools into education. Future work should focus on ethical AI frameworks and multimodal learning tools, and how we can use these tools to benefit our students and educators as well. Thank you, and if there is any question, I'm happy to answer.
Didn't hear anything. دكتور نادين؟
ايوه يا دكتور.
دكتور مي سامعاني؟
ايوه سامعاك يا دكتور.
Okay. It's a great work, Dr. Mai. But according to the educational methods, did you think that the methodology should be changed؟ يعني نظريات التعلم ونظريات التعليم ينبغي انها تتعلم وتتماشى مع new trends of AI generative model. ممكن يعاد صياغتها مرة ثانية.
Of course يا دكتور، يعني التعليم حاليا ما هو زي التعليم سابقا.
Yes.
There is a lot of factor coming into account. يعني إلى فترة غير بعيدة كنا بنتكلم عن التعليم الإلكتروني والأونلاين ليرنينج والإي ريسورسز وهذه الأشياء. Now there is another new factor coming to play, which is generative AI models or tools. And still, we need the same work we did with online learning and e-learning. We need to apply this research, to more research in order to reshape the pedagogy, the traditional educational systems into يعني نخليه يقدر يتواءم مع التكنولوجيز الجديدة اللي متاحة لنا حاليا.
Great. Therefore, to make this standards or the policies, we need educational sector, we need from there AI policies, we need ethical, we need maybe البيولوجي سيكتور في كل التراك بتاع الماث والبيولوجي والكيمستري والجيوغرافي الهيستوريكال literature of you يعني we need many of groups to work together to create these policies. ولا
صحيح
ايش
يا دكتور.
نعم. It's okay. Great work ان شاء الله دكتور اماني. Yes.
Yes, yes.
It's okay. Assalamu alaikum. Great presentation, Professor May. It's just a question that we face maybe in our classes. Most of us, the students, sometimes we tell them not to use these tools or be careful. They don't listen anyway, but when they submit the stuff to you, you can catch it from this. Yeah, when you read, it's for sure this is not your work because it's not complete. It's always the genetic AI goes abstract. They don't go deep. So anyway, but recently I'm encouraging my students to use it because of the speed. And then you make them present. So what do you think we should do? Like I was about actually to tell them to make a framework. One of the students started something like that. But what should we do?
For me, in my classes, I encourage the student to use it but in a limit. I give them guidance on how to use it the right way. ما خليهم يعطوه الهومورك ويلا انت حل لي اياه، لا just help me. مثلا اقول لهم انتوا اكتبوا الكلام، بالذات انه احنا الانجليش از السكند لانجوج وبدرسهم بالانجليش، سابقا كان لما يسلموني الله يوريك الانجليش كيف شكله كان، لكن الحين اقول لهم الباراجراف هذا قبل ما تسلمني اياه حط لي اياه في شات جي بي تي، قول له rewrite it for clarity. Yes, correct grammar. Yes. هذه هي now we need to educate the educators on how to use properly educated student, how to use the AI tool, how to incorporate them. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amay, for the informative presentation. Now we will move to Dr. Hussein Barham, Professor Hussein Barham Toushi from King Abdulaziz University. He will present a paper named A Method for Assessing the Performance of Cryptographic Pseudo-Random Number Generators Utilizing ANN, Artificial Neural Network. So can you hear us, Professor Hassanin? I think you are muted, and if you can just unmute yourself or... Yes, Dr. Hassanan, are you still with us?
Dr. Nadine, I call my student now.
Okay, great. He will join. Muhammad Al-Johani, right? Yes.
He didn't answer, and therefore
Yes,
skip it.
Dr.
Skip it.
Hassan. I skip it? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, so it's okay. So thank you, Professor Hassanin, for joining this session. And thank you for all our authors and presenters in this session and our audience here in the room. And so this was the end of session 2 this morning. Thank you so much to everyone. Shukran, Doctor. We will close the session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.